All right, we're on a journey, dear traveler. Where do we leave off on the nines? So we got ground zero. Doesn't look like I really finished ground zero, so let's take a closer look at it. They were struck by the atomic bomb. The area is dimly lit. Even in direct sunlight, the walls of the crater, you find ghostly shadows at night. They ravenously seek those who'd be foolish enough to stray too close. We've looked at the stat block. They do a bunch of strength damage, which is interesting. Titan, West undead corpses roaming the expanse. In the middle of the crater is a chapel, bathed in eternal, shiny beacon of hope. Within is Ernan, the mithril-handed lover and inclusive hair. He is using all of his god points each day to cast a Hollow Spell in the quest to calm the disturbed area of darkness. Yeah, I like that. We definitely got Titan West with the atomic bomb. Nothing to do with family. Nothing to do with guns. Or swords. Or fate. I brought Ernan here for a reason, though. I thought he was going to hit a theme. Which one? Oh, he's a gunslinger. Ernan. Yeah. He's an artificer. Inventor. Goodly nature. He's the god of light, dark, and invention. Yeah. So, if his inventions, one of his guns or mechano swords. Done. Guns and swords. Huh. I thought maybe the harem was the family. I'm going to say harem. I think I'm just going to change that to polygamous family. Polyamorous. There you go. I think that's fine. And then we hit our family. Eight. Okay. Think about those crop circles. We keep leaning on people thinking aliens. No, actually, I don't think they will. Honestly, I think they're just going to be continuously pulled into the theme, which is fantasy. Our invisible theme, right, is fantasy. D&D. It's light. Why though? We're seeing all this stigmata. Okay. It's a little weaker than I would have hoped, but then again, my brother pointed out the logistical craziness that comes from having to make every item, every pre-planned item fit all of these themes. So he's right. I perhaps put a little bit too much of myself, but we'll see how it plays out when you play it. And then I'll show you this video. At the very least, I'll show you these documents and get your opinion. Get your opinion. From one academic to another. All right, so there's my 9s. There's my ground zero. Now, the Lawman's Beacon. This was something as I had mentioned up in the mercenary lawman group they might pop up into. Basically going to try and dissuade them. They're the guardian from this location. All right. Like I said, I go into these little zones where I start to consider things. I was thinking of the lawmen. Is that what I called them? The lawmen minions. A long lawman. And what that encounter would look like, right? Because they're going to try to walk the party away. Party's going to say, well, you know, you're just weakens people. Do we really have to worry about you? And of course, they need to be a credible guardian, a credible threat. So needs to happen. Pistols and sabers don't sound like much for swords and mystical harpoons. Sorry, it's doing it again. I was having an impression of what the lawman encounter would look like inside my head. Of course, it always does it from a cinematic feel, which is crazy, but whatever. You try to describe to create a cinematic feel, and one of my goals here is to get a kind of movie feel to the narration. Yeah, we'll see how it works. And I was like, oh, what would actually make them that tough? And I was like, oh, what if there was like a million lawmen? They were all just buried under the fucking dust, and rock, and they suddenly burst up like commandos. And I was like, wow, that particular approach is kind of anachronistic, but being vastly outnumbered, having just bullets shooting every which way would be really damn cool if they had like cover and shit to hide behind. But SES way better in, yeah, when they have cover and then they have guns and they're like back and forth. Yeah, either way. I gotta figure out how that one's gonna play out. Okay, where the fuck was I? Ground Zero. Longman's Beacon. Oh yeah, shit. ADHD, unfortunately. Communication devices form of gold stars. Telepathic message and know the HP. Done. Beacon possesses arcane communication device, form of gold stars, put to their chest. These lights. Done. So we hit our family. Hit our Titan Western. No guns and no swords. Well, shit. With gun and sword emblems. Into their chest of guns and swords. Oh my god. And so I have the family because it lets them talk. And know the HP of each other. I figured that was like family, like a tight squad. I was thinking fate too, and knowing what their fate is by their HP, but double duty. Is it family or is it fate? Come on. Each is enchanted. The daily portent. Don't get a chance to do it once anyway before my guys kill him. Done. Fate. We're getting to you, big guy. We're getting to you. We're getting to you too. It's like the definitely hostile she is. Long Lawman, that's it, isn't it? So I gotta come up with one more. One more. What else would you expect to see in an army? We have ourselves artillery, like cannons. We got ourselves cavalry. The fucking militia. We have ourselves commander. And another sort of commander. Logistics even. Scouts. Special ops. I think we don't have is psychological warfare. How does psyops work in this case? And what would be a cool... Again, psyops is anachronistic. We don't picture that with this, so... Have the preacher. What other Western tropes have we not hit? A cart? A horse? We haven't really done horses. Oh god. The Shadling's fucking mount. I think I tried to do a horse minion earlier and I was like, I don't know what to do. Delia's mount. We need some kind of... Just balls to the wall. Fucking mount. Like, let's take a look at what D&D Beyond gets us. In fact, isn't there like a fine steed and it tells you? By the way, if you're ever curious about corpo humanization, go for it. It's mostly a joke, but you never know. Majestic mount. Something akin to the stat block of any of these. Now, closest thing to a horse would be a Pegasus. I want a unicorn. 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 Yes. There's our hidden theme. The fact that this is a fucking fantasy world. Look at this. Look at this beautiful beast. Tech Good and Evil, Druidcraft, Entangle, Magic Resistance, Magic Attack, One Hoof, One Horn, Healing Touch. They can teleport. Oh, just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, okay, now unicorns are celestial and lawful good. We gotta figure out what's happened to this one to make it want to help someone who is clearly neutral evil, I would think. Maybe lawful evil. But what do we call her? Ooh, it's a her. Their intelligence is 11s. They're smart as you or I. Probably you. I'm much, much smarter. Female unicorn mount. Oh god, guns and swords. Okay, it's going to be kind of cartoonish, but let's go with it for now. The horn shoots bullets. It's barding, which I believe is horse armor. Now I gotta Google it. That is horse armor gold. Barding. It's barding. It's battle barding because it's wearing it now. Yeah, it's barding. Is covered in sword blades, which injure anyone who comes into physical contact with the mount other than Ophelia. Yes. Oh, so far we've got ourselves Titan West, and the fact that we've got ourselves a horse. Got ourselves the secret hidden. Well, I'm gonna write fantasy. Fantasy theme. And the fact that we're using a. Sorry, my brain suddenly considered whether or not I should have an explicit fantasy theme. Ugh. The reason why is because I have family. No matter what, everything has to do with family in this campaign. I'm really pushing that one hard. Fantasy and family should be kind of akin. Everything I do should have a fantastic feel because we're playing a fantasy game. So it's not just a book, but it's a book that reads itself. The thing is that what makes the fantastic is if it's anachronistic. It provides a benefit you can't otherwise get, but if you assume that everything you pick up is going to be a self-reading book or can fix itself or whatever, then playing a different game. But fantasy can also be touched by fantasy. Okay. Again, I'm being pulled away as I pontificate at your expense. Where am I? I need a minion. A minion. Phileas Mount. Yeah, see? So much stuff. I have to start to organize this a little bit better. Because I can zoom out, right? Yeah, so I mean, I can organize this visually if I want. Something I've never really done. I always just go up, down. But I've got a canvas that can go wide, too. Okay. We'll worry about that when the time comes. But for now... Mount. Well, now I got guns. We got swords. She's a Sphinx's mount, so... I just had a cool moment where I wish I could bring you there, man. I wish I could, but I had a cool moment where hmm, hmm, where I sorry, it's hard to stay focused. Men, what it might be like, because I remember thinking family as being one of my themes, and that the whole place is probably a like changeling commune, right? That everyone here is related to Maerx because his father and mother both come from this place. I don't know, a little ancestry, but we won't even really talk about that. Just that this is his family. This whole place is his family. So that's what makes everything going on here just really hit home, that family theme. By just having like big twist family. That's a good idea. Consider adding to template. Well, I can put this on the template. For each of the campaign themes, let's go with. Yeah, i.e. family. For example, the entire population of Pistol Barrel City being changeling family. No, he had. I think that's good. Where am I here? Ophelia's Mount. See, I should be using the parking lot more. Help get myself away from these. Sparting is covered in blades, which injure anyone who comes in physical contact with the mount other than Ophelia. Alright, good. What are we missing here? Fate. And family. A strong kinship between the two, mutual respect. Worship, I'm not sure that counts as family. These people don't want to be rid of Ophelia. Maybe they do. Fantasy, gun, swords, fate. Sorry. Brain's heading out to thinky places again. Again, about what the reveal might look like when he comes out as all, or as everyone comes out as Changeling, the Shadeling, and everyone other than Ophelia. Outsider. Just heard the changelings again. I believe they're believers, right? I dealt with this in the Vo section. Oh, maybe it was Jin. Becomer. It wasn't passers, it was... I gotta look it up again. Changeling lore. Yeah. Okay. They fit in. So Vo was a passer, he was a becomer, and they were a seeker. Visual. Yeah, that's really cool. But we're not talking about that, which is why it's up there. We're talking about fucking Mount for Ophelia. We still need family and we still need fate. Okay, I got our fate. Turns out this unicorn and fucking fuck, what's the name of their horse? Is it Olive? Pretty sure it is. I love that name. Fuck. What is the name of the fucking horse? Yes, okay, Olive. And beef. Don't forget, she survived with Rakan the battle. I tried to give Olive, like, yeah, you'll see. But yeah, I guess she was the other member of the Diremen. So why do I keep forgetting that? She has an unfolding story. She also has an intelligence that belies her. Oh, she's a fucking unicorn. She's a fucking unicorn. She's a fucking unicorn. With her horn stub broken off. We're back. She's related to this fucking Ophelia's mount. So we have Olive and oil. What is the opposite of Olive? Here we go. Okay, for complexion. That makes sense. Okay. What is an olive? They are fruits. Okay. Other fruit similar to olives. Casper berries, peppercorns, avocado, pickles, choop. Okay, well. Ophelia's mount. Yeah. Yeah. That's fucking fate. That's for family. Yeah. She's related to Olive. Sisters. Ophelia's mount shall now be known as Jujub. Umboshi. Casper. Unicorn mount. Its horn shoots bullets. Its barding is covered in swords, blades, which injure anyone who comes in physical contact with the mount. Lithicon. Sphinxical? I can't remember what I called it. Sphinxical. There we go. She's related to all of his sisters. There we go. Everyone is related to everyone. Looks like the twin sister. Oh. Always go back to the assets you have. Always go back to the assets you have. Sisters. Twin sisters. Okay. Guns and swords. Fate. We got family. Titan West. She gets a free Titan West. She's a horse. Unicorn mounts. I like that being a thing for the Western Empire. That's what I was thinking of. I might have to go. Fate, family, guns and swords, guns and swords. I'm inclined just to say, you know what? No guns and swords. But let's say she was from here to begin with. She fights like them. She knows their ways. She has battle barding all her own. Blade of the Unicorn. Upon her fucking rider. The person she has bonded with. Be her rider. And she their mount? Oh, okay, well, there's more family for you. But either way, who was the... Shit. I don't think my recaps go back that far. I know who is the who. Yeah. Forget who took the different roles. It's like, I don't think like Maerx has had. And he's already got a cool sword. Gotta go